Hi guys, so I want to do a video on reflections and relationships. One of the main rules of the universe is that your reality is a reflection of whatever's going on within you. That can be subconscious, it can be conscious, where you're putting your attention. That is what's going to create your reality. And that can be very, very empowering if you know how it works and you are consistently raising your vibration, you're consistently seeing the things in front of you as a lesson, and it can be really, really, really powerful. However, most people don't realize that's how the game is played, so to speak, and they end up being in a victim state, which, as I'm sure you can imagine, once you're in a victim state, then you get victimized, and then it's victim, 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 victim. Um, but with that being said, I wanted to actually talk about not only is your reality a reflection of you, but sometimes you interact with people who are reacting to their reflection of what's going on within them. Now, on some level, you have to line up to be in that space, and it can either be a lesson for you, it can be showing showing your insecurities. Like, there can be a lot of things there, but a lot of times people will be reacting to you, and it's really just their interpretation of what's going on, because their reality is actually reflecting what they believe is going on. And sometimes that doesn't line up to your reality. And that can seem very jarring sometimes. Someone can blame you for something, someone can do that, and you're like, no, not at all. But they are seeing it that way because that is what they genuinely believe is happening. And it's really important in those situations to acknowledge that that is the case, because sometimes we can get offended ourselves, or we can take that on and start seeing ourselves as maybe being the bad guy. And it's good to be able to differentiate what is your responsibility and what is the reality of someone else that may or may not be your reality or your intention. I have been on the receiving end of this recently, but I've also seen it happening in reverse, where I am definitely seeing a reality that I believe is happening, and then later on realized that was not the case. But I also saw that what I was working on within myself was in alignment with what reality I was experiencing, because I had to work through that. But it didn't necessarily mean that that person was doing those things. And it's really good to give yourself some checks and balances when you really feel something intense is happening in your life, because it could be happening or it may not be. But either way, that's a lesson that you're supposed to be working on within yourself. Your reality is an exact reflection of what's going on within you. And sometimes it brings up stuff that we're not aware is going on within us, which is one of the most amazing gifts of the universe, is that it shows us what we don't see that needs healing. So I encourage you to look at your life in this way, as everything that's going on in your reality is for your own lesson or experience. But then don't take on what other people's lessons and experiences are, because you may be the reflection of their reality, but it doesn't mean that that's what's going on for you. And when you start seeing it in this neutral way, in this teaching way, in this training way, you can love people through these situations and not, bring your ego into it and get attached to what's going on, especially if it's coming at you. That can be really, really hard to deal with. So I just wanted to put that out there. It's something I've been thinking about and something I've been working on myself, but in seeing my reality. But then recently it happened in the reverse to me, and it hit me kind of hard, and I was like, whoa, why did that happen? And so I have to not take on that reality, because it's not my place to take it on. It's my place to be a reflection, and I can honor that space, but I can then say, no, I'm going to step out of that space now. I'm really okay. So yeah, just thoughts I'm having today. I feel like it's a good thing to know. Oftentimes people live in that cycle of their beliefs create their reality, and then they go, oh, well, see, it's true, and then it keeps going, over and over and over again. It's good to break that cycle if your reality is not something that is causing you bliss or joy or feeling good, or it doesn't feel in alignment. So anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Blessed be, and have a wonderful day. Don't forget, it is all about the soul journey.